Hey guys, this is Ben. I'll come back for the StarCraft audio commentary. Haven't done one of these in a while. This is going to be the Pro League match between Entus and Huasheng Oz. First game we have Jaedong versus Effort on, I'm not sure what map, but we'll find out soon. 3, 2, 1, 0. Not sure what map this is going to be played on, but we're going to find out soon. This is going to be a ZVZ match, obviously. It looks like this is going to be Neo Medusa, map most of you should be familiar with. Looks like they changed the colors on me. It looks like Jaedong is going to be the tan Zerg in the upper spawn location, while Effort is the red Zerg in the lower spawn location. I'm not going to bother with clock positions. Should be pretty obvious for you guys to figure this out. I know it's been a while since I've done some of these commentaries, but I've been really busy with a lot of things, and just my heart wasn't in it. But I've been watching a lot of commentaries by people who are not main SC2GG staff members, and I have to feel that some of them aren't as comprehensive as I would have liked them to be. They don't really capture excuse me, all the things I would about the game that's going on at the moment. So I would just like to do a couple of the commentaries myself. And I don't think this series has been done, commentated, put into English. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. This is obviously, as I say, going to be a ZVZ. And it's actually going to be a real treat because we have Jaedong versus Effort. And Jaedong and Effort are probably the two best Zerg players in the world right now, I would say. Unfortunately, Luxury hasn't been performing very well since his great victory. I'm not sure how long ago it was, but it looks like Jaedong has gone for an overpool build here, which is pretty safe on this map, I think. And it looks like Effort has gone the same build, an overpool build as well. Both players are opting to pick up their gas as well, so we may see either a speedling build or an early lair from one of these two players, or perhaps both of them. I feel that Effort might be better served by going speedlings and trying to end the game early, because once the game progresses to the Mutalisk stage, Jaedong just becomes so good. I mean, Jaedong's ZVZ play is just unbelievable. I think his percentage rating is like 80% or something ridiculous like that. Looks like both players are opting to pick up their expansions. There's Savior for Entus watching Effort's play. I almost think of Effort as sort of a Neo-Savior almost, because their play styles are similar, and Effort does sort of continue that great Entus Zerg tradition that began with, of course, Bonsoir Savior in the sort of 2005-2006 era, when Savior was just dominant. It looks like Jaedong does have a couple Zerglings out. I'm sure Effort will as well. It looks like Effort is going for his lair. I'm sure Jaedong is going for his lair as well. No, it actually looks like Jaedong has opted to put down a hatch, or both players have expanded. Okay, it looks like both players are expanding. Both players are getting to teching to lair right now. So it looks like both players are going for basically the same build. So we'll probably be seeing Mutalisks popping out from both of these players actually relatively shortly. It looks like both players are sending their Zerglings around the map, just trying to get the lay of the land, scout out their opponents, see what they can do or not do, see maybe if they can stage a run-by, for example. Looks like Jaedong is actually holding his Zerglings back. Neither player, or I'm not sure if, both players looks like they have opted for Zergling speed, which means that they may be able to opt to run by, but it's a little late for a run by at this point unless one of the players slips up in a significant fashion. Looks like both players are getting gas now, so both players will start putting up that spire relatively soon once they get that first expansion of theirs up and running. Both players again have expanded, so they're going to be on equal economic terms, which means this game is going to come down to Mutalisk and Zergling micro almost purely. Both players getting their spire up at essentially the same time. Perfect timing from both these pro players. It's important to note just how good their timing is. They've really just worked and practiced so hard. They know exactly when to do things, what to do when, and it's really quite impressive. It looks like Jaedong has actually separated his Zerglings out into two distinct groups, maybe to try and catch a group of Effort Zerglings if they attempt to run by. I'm not sure that's going to happen, though. We'll have to see what happens. Both players are not being very aggressive with their Zerglings. They're opting instead to stay back, solidify their economic positions, and just bring out the Mutalisks. And we're going to be seeing Mutalisks once these spires pop open, which should be very, very soon. So far, this has been a pretty standard ZVZ. Not a lot of action going on, actually, which is surprising. I think I can't help but feel that effort might have been better served by... Oh, and hold that thought, because it looks like Jaedong is actually moving his Zerglings into the middle of the map. Jaedong might be trying to go for a frontal Zergling attack. Jaedong has a lot of Zerglings out on the field. I'm actually very surprised. He might have used those larvae for Zerglings instead of Mutalisks. It looks like no, Jaedong isn't going to attack. Jaedong is moving his Zerglings back to his expansion. Effort Zerglings look like they're moving in here. Looks like there's going to be a battle here at Jaedong's expansion. A lot of Zerglings on both sides for both players. Really interesting. Looks like Jaedong has opted for Scourge first to try and take out Effort's initial Mutalisks. Not sure how effective that's going to be. Looks like Jaedong is fighting against Effort Zerglings here. Jaedong does have Mutalisks out, so those Mutalisks are going to repel Effort Zerglings. Effort does have Mutalisks out as well, but Jaedong still has the Scourge in the area. Here come the Scourge. They're going to try and snipe off Effort's Mutalisks. I don't think that's going to be very effective. I think Jaedong instead should opt to attack with the Scourge in conjunction with his Mutalisks. That way Effort is forced to choose between firing on the Mutalisks and firing on the Scourge. That's usually what Zerg players tend to do. It looks like Jaedong is going to go on the offensive with the Zerglings and try and do some damage at Effort's natural expansion while the two players' Mutalisks just dance through the air. It looks like Scourge are out for both players now. Scourge going down for both players. Ling battle going on at Effort's expansion. Effort is under attack at his expansion. Effort might be in a little trouble, actually, at his main base. It looks like some Zerglings for Jaedong have gotten through, and they're going to start killing Effort's drone line. This is really bad for Effort. It looks like Effort has pulled his Mutalisks back, and that was actually a pretty successful Gambit's part, or a pretty successful Gambit on Jaedong's part, because he used his Mutalisks to lure Efforts away. But I'm not sure how many Mutalisks Jaedong has right now, consequently, as a result of that attack. It looks like Jaedong is getting his second gas down now. I'm not sure what the status of Effort's second gas is, whether he's opted to put his second extractor down or not. Looks like he has opted to put down his second extractor, so Jaedong actually a little bit behind economically in terms of his Vespane count. Again, I don't see any Mutalisks in the air for Jaedong. This is kind of unusual. I wonder if Jaedong lost all his Mutalisks, or what's going on here? Yeah, I really don't see any. Looks like Jaedong is going to try to break into Effort's natural expansion of these Zerglings. That's not going to be successful. Where are Jaedong's Mutalisks? I think Effort managed to take them all out, and if that's the case, then this game is over, because Effort is just going to be able to swoop in here with impunity once he realizes that Jaedong has no Mutalisks. Okay, there are Jaedong's Mutalisks. I don't think he has as many as Effort does, though. No, he certainly does not. The shadow under the clump of Jaedong's Mutalisks is far, far lighter than that under Effort's. Effort does have Scourge in the air, and this is looking really bad for Jaedong right now. I'm not sure he can win this. It looks like Jaedong has lost essentially all of his Mutalisks, and this is game over. I'm very surprised that Effort has managed to actually beat Jaedong at his own game, and Jaedong GG's. I'm pretty surprised by that outcome. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This has been Vanel coming out with the StarCraft audio commentary. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.